All right, so here's the deal. I looked at my freezer, and I was reminded of the fact that I have this. The pizza cookie. It is a giant chocolate chip cookie. You just gotta stick it in the oven for reheating. Brought to you by Aldi. Package contains one shareable cookie. Motherfucker, this is not... that is not something that is bought by someone who's gonna share. That is... that is some false advertising right there. You are lying to yourself and to your target market. Oh my god. No, the reason I have it pulled out is because all the directions assume that it's, like, somewhat thawed and not coming from a freezer, so I'm just gonna let it warm up a little bit.
Saving these for the trail.
Reward myself after the Goldilocks fight? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
No space.
Still not gonna give me a better storm slinger, huh? You're gonna give me a better everything else, but not a better storm slinger. SMH. What is this world coming to?
Helpful.
Oh yeah, Aloy's. Oh, it's like Aloy's naked again, or at least see-through. Is there like a supply crate or something around here? Usually they're pretty good about putting like some sort of chest or something. Guess not. Okay. Deuces. In the butt. In the butt. Bro, I don't... 2 more side quests?
How many great warriors have they ignored?
We're meant to fall in line, Outlander.
Long Notch is well stocked, as you asked.
And our scouts are watching for more frost claws.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that. I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron. New metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted. No way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
Listen, I'll get with you guys. I promise I'll pick up your side quests just as soon as I can. Just as soon as I can. I'm never coming back for those people. We are finishing this game today. Those people are dead to me.
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways, but no, not ignorant.
I figure there's probably like...
Trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you
2 to
do.
3 main missions left.
Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise to let him come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it,
I mean, I figure we're going to get here.
and so have I.
We'll meet the spirit.
Aratak told me you were a captive.
And then, you know, either this is it, or I figure there's at least probably
Aratak
2 more,
comes
because,
back
like,
to that. He thinks
one
that
to
I
regroup after the
I
Damon,
merely sharpened my focus.
you know, tries to kill
When all
us,
else is lost,
and then one
without
final
this
push
truly
type of thing.
the spirit
I figure it's either now or 2 missions from now.
beyond.
That would be my guess.
And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him, worried for him.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Jesus, lady. Awfully down on yourself.
Now that I'm chieftain of the Werak, I don't suppose I can order you to tell me about Silence?
Aratak would never have presumed to grasp for a secret of the Conclave, but you are not Aratak, and if you have dealt with Silence, your need is well apparent.
Ooh, we get to learn more.
Silence came to Ban-Ur from the distant north, a young shaman of the Owl's Watch, a remote Werak that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was, or at least when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Ban-Ur. He met with us there, as is custom at high winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off. But you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks. What are we gonna find up there, Horea?
Ruins. Machines. And a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt that Damon has tried to hide the way.
You think she's bald under her helmet?
It hasn't been easy for you, Horea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time,
I really do appreciate everybody for hanging out.
both will.
I'd like that.
Are you
Streams
ready?
are always so much harder
Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
when it's just me.
Finally, we ascend.
How? I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! The spirit awaits!
It's not all that waits.
Smoke has been detected within the facility. This is not a drill. Please remain calm and proceed to the nearest exit. I repeat.
I understand why they had to do everything.
I too can call
With-
upon the power of the old ones.
Yeah, I realize why they had to voice everything in English because, you know, obviously it'd be really weird to have to listen to
This place.
like
The
a
spirit
made-up
wants to
gibberish
know this all
language
used to be part of its domain.
for an entire like 50 to 60 hour game, but like
Danger.
Fortress.
it's so weird just
Smooth machine.
hearing that VO system like
Light often dwells in machines.
alert, alert.
Some remains here.
And then meanwhile these people just happen to also have been taught English. Well, no, I take that back. I take everything I just said back because the kids got booted out at like 18. Gaia booted them out.
I still don't like it.
Because she didn't have Apollo. Because Elon Musk, not Elon Musk, was a douchebag and deleted Wikipedia. What's up, Rally? What am I playing next? What do we want to play next? Do I want to go back to Zelda? Do I want to...
Last we have the drop on that.
go back to like Go back to maybe like a Game Boy Zelda. I never played either Oracle of Ages or Seasons. I always felt like I needed to go back to those at some point. Yeah, let's do that next. I think that'd be fun to play through those two back to back. Because that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to play one and then, like, type in a code in the other. Ooh, Splinter Cell would be fun. I've really been hankering for a stealth game lately. Okay, I guess you just see us now. Cool. Ooh, I know what I should do. Play through Sam and Max, all 3 seasons. Is that right, Pop? Oh, did they get, like, some sort of, like, formal remaster or anything? Because, like, last I checked, Season 1 especially, like, can be played in, like, it can't even, like, the OG Season 1, like, has to be played in, like, 4x3, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't even support, like, 1920 by 1080. It was made, like, that long ago. Yes, that's right. That's right. God.
Not much farther now.
Remember when episodic gaming was going to be the next big thing?
Quick way down.
Last we were here, we fought our way through there. But machines overcame us. We retreated, dropping supplies and taking losses. Now we must prevail, with only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. And so, I could go that way instead. There are machines up there, but also covered. We could stay hidden, just for a while.
All right, I get the options. I'll follow my lead.
I mean, Walking Dead Season 1...
Steam, frost.
What
was all this for?
Like, I still consider Walking Dead Season 1 like a true, like, computer adventure game. Because, like, there is genuinely some puzzle elements. Like, they definitely, like, realized what they had and like kind of walked away from it towards the end of season 1. But like I'd say like true Telltale formula didn't like really come into its own until like end of season 1, season 2, and all that stuff. I still think back to like when I think of like PC adventure games, my mind always goes back to The Longest Journey. That stupid fucking inflatable duck plus crowbar plus should play all of them in order. Oh god, dude. Well, because the first games were all about the first game was so hyper focused on like the separation of like the magical world and the scientific world, right? Like that was its whole gimmick, and there were like the two worlds that you could like travel back and forth in between. You know, that was its light world, dark world nonsense. Well, that was gonna be my other question. Is the third one? As I was about to say, like I'm pretty sure the third one was like one of the first like big Kickstarter games, right? Like before, you know, video games being on Kickstarter was a fucking meme. bro, I need a break from this. Like, there's a reason I didn't go straight from Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom. And it's the same reason why I'm not gonna fucking just run headfirst into fucking... What are you? Just a long leg?
Be wary of mines. There's stalkers in here. We tripped a mine. Brace yourself.
Make this quick.
There's a door up ahead. We're almost through.
I actually wouldn't say no to playing through the longest journey.
I can't suspend the cooling system, but I can reduce the power draw so that it'll be completely masked by the caldera. But masked from what? Firebreak has always been confidential for security reasons, but this would be excessive, even for the dear departed Mr. Blevins. What could possibly have gotten Anita so worked up?
Full already.
I think I remember... If I remember correctly, I want to say that the longest journey had my first exposure ever to any type of gay character. I just played the first one. No, I do not know Purple Monkey Guy. Thanos? Is there a weird MCU crossover with The Longest Journey? I don't know, you said Purple Monkey Guy, monkeys are big.
Is this a projector? Maybe to show holograms without focus. Let's see if I can restore power. Aratak Araya, you might see shapes drawn from light. Don't be alarmed.
It'll take more than light to alarm me.
Thank you for being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny. You put a cork in the Yellowstone caldera. I'd say you deserve a margarita.
Broken glasses, everyone. I'd like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that.
Magenta.
All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654.
Black.
Well, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
We'll have to carve through a lot of machines to get to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
The geothermal plant can be suspended. Cooling system masked. Massive challenges solved. So why am I so nervous about the next part? I don't need to do
No, I never played Alan Wake. 2. Don't you, like, not play as Alan Wake throughout a majority of it? Like, that's the one thing I remember a lot of the reviews saying was just like, yeah, nah, it's not. But not Control Lady. I love how years of Soul games have just taught me how to fucking panic roll. Just fucking panic roll, panic roll, panic roll, panic roll. You two have been trying to take down a single fucking watcher. If you went camping with a femboy and they gave you the Hawk Tua, would you tell anyone? No. I'm gonna go with no.
I'd have to dish something.
What's going on? Beverly Cruster. How's it going? Beverly Cruster, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. All right, come on.
I'll find a use for you.
Pretend to be Elizabeth. I think your name... Oh, hold on. There we go.
More
That is a Thundercat. Oh God. I am so fucked.
Make ready.
Ow. Panic roll! Panic roll! Oops, all panic rolls. No, no, no. New from General Mills. Oops, all panic rolls. Oh, God. All right. Where the hell did your other disc launcher go? Or did it not drop off yet? No, it fell off. Where? Disappointed! Yeah, I'm making your life as difficult and awkward as possible. Oh, God. And you're just not going to give an F, are you? Okay, bro, I'm gonna need you to come over here, okay? Like, such a shame that the actor who played Hercules turned out to be such a piece of shit. Because, like, he and Lucy Lawless were, like, the fucking GOAT growing up. Bruh. Come on, let me tickle your balls, okay? Let me tickle your taint.
I don't put much stock in songs of deeds, but that battle was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy, the door. Can you open it?
Let's find out.
Thunder! Feel the thunder! Lightning and the thunder.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes, finish this.
No, it's let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
All right. Down we go. This way.
Damn, dude, the game actually wants me to be level 50. Am I just okay to walk on it? The last fights are beastly. No, that I can't handle. Although I would probably be much better off doing this in stealth.
This is a place for machines.
I'm with you, brother. We'll stay as long as we have to.
We need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Can't see a way to close the vent from here. Should be able to clear that with an arrow.
Where is my mind? Where is my mind? Where is my mind?
Okay, let's see where this goes. Yeah, I did it. Here they come.
I don't like how I have to keep on Breath of the Wilding my outfits. I really hope that Community movie actually manages to happen. I fucking love Community. Even bad Community is better than most television.
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge. Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
This place looks more like Mountain View to be before the day we ruined it.
What is this?
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hostile. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to this.
Spirit speaks to us. It's a recording. Hephaestus. It was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name looks familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if left messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's get moving.
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost claws.
Lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
Bro, in what fucking universe is this even remotely possible? Like, what? Huh? Can I just not and say that I did? Like, I made it. Can I just... I just say fuck it to them? Like...
Okay. Can stop tensing up.
Well. Do I just want to go ahead and... like, just go ahead and fucking just leave a bunch of mines around everywhere and say fuck it and let's just see what happens? I don't know if you know this video game, but I have a hard enough time taking down one of these assholes. One. Panic rolling, panic rolling, panic rolling. All right, take it easy, Rally. Thanks for hanging out, my dude. Oh my god. Fuck the wolves. Holy shit. All my homies hate the motherfucking wolves. Holy. I almost
Need to get Araya and Aratop across.
almost fell into a fucking pit after all that.
That should do it.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
And now it's my turn.
Good little concert.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the demon, and it may have found one. Machine parts dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
I was going for like a strike from above type situation, but obviously that didn't.
I wonder if I can strike.
No, no, no. A little less conversation, a little more action, please. All this aggravation ain't satisfaction in me.
This thing's go sideways.
All right. Take it easy, Krusty. Thanks for hanging out, my dude. I really do appreciate it.
Too stable.
Get fucking clowned on Dingleberry. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. Drop me all the fucking way back down here. God damn it. Oh, I'll get good ya. I'll get you real good, Voland. I'll get you real good. All right. Where the fuck is this asshole?
All right. Grab a ride.
You run around, I run around. We're all gonna run, run, run around. You run around. Jesus.
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
What a fucking pain in the dick.
This looks like the old pattern. We're close now.
One last exchange with Nina. Via chat, attached to this entry in case anyone ever finds this. Never seen it. I've got to tell her that too.
Voice of the demon. The altar.
It's both. But we have to find out.
Welcome to hell. Is it? Is it? Is it puzzles? Is puzzles my hell?
Possible security threat detected. Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
It worked.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the Blue Light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to rig the signal strength. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized overall return. Scheduled task.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
Oh, it's a.
Won't be easy.
Bro, I can't even see what's happening like 3/4 of the time. Oh, are those... Dude, we have barely put a fucking dent into this thing. Holy shit. Like, we don't even have this thing down to half health. Oh my god. My dude. My dude. Do you ever stop? Like, holy shit. You are fucking relentless, my man. Like, you are fucking relentless. What's going on, Keen? How you doing, buddy? Ooh, boy. This is... Like, I just need 2 fucking seconds. Man, nailing this thing down is unironically like the only way I can catch my breath here. And it takes like 20 fucking... Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Holy shit. Fuck you. Holy fuck.
It must be as you say. The tower is the key.
My guy. That really need to be that difficult. Holy fuck. Like, did you really have to just repeatedly punch me in the dick that many times? Was it absolutely necessary? Dude, that guy was fucking relentless. Holy shit. Like, I don't know how you were ever supposed to catch your breath there. Like, that guy was a fucking psycho. Holy cow. All right.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative. Running our network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum.
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Great Banukai.
Aw, they made snow angels.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the shaman's path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Please just be like a story mission and not like an actual I have to do things mission. Because like if I could just not have to do anything, that'd be great. I'm Barry. Okie dokie. Let's go. Yes, Mario.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
Where's Yellowstone
A lot has
located?
changed in the
Like
world
in the
since.
U.S.?
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source
Wyoming?
for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't
Whoa, 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 whoa,
on the
whoa.
whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global
Getting pretty
population.
fucking woke in here.
Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated.
Oh.
It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Hellfire
Boy, there is
discouraging,
getting
that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop
big
it?
ol' exposition dump.
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants. I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan. I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Oh my god.
The strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Holy shit.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
So close to the end, I can taste it.
My chieftain,
Just... Aloy.
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought... that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
All right, boys and girls. That is it. That might not be 100%, but that's like 80, that's like 97% right there. I do really appreciate everybody for hanging out. I have no idea what we're going to play, but I will figure it out. Take it easy, everybody. Bye.